Good morning, Clive Allright. This is the local jobs
Good
program for,
morning.
yeah, good morning, for Sydney Southwest, and we're speaking with a leader from the hairdressing industry, Clive Allright, from an organization called Piloroo, which I think is a fantastic initiative. It's a great gateway to employment in hairdressing, in beauty, in barbering. Maybe, Clive, you can tell us a little bit about what you do and yeah, a little bit about your career and hairdressing in general.
Sure. I'm a hairdresser, and I've been a hairdresser my whole life. And I have a salon in Potts Point, and I've been a hairdresser all over the world. I've worked in all different countries, but I am a product of somebody that never ever wanted to be a hairdresser, that fell into hairdressing by chance. And so it's not something I grew up wanting to do. It just was an opportunity that came my way when I was 16, and it opened my eyes to a very different world, one I'd never imagined, and it's taken me all over the world. And I was probably the most unlikely hairdresser you've ever met, but thanks to a lot of support and working in some great places and getting an amazing training, my career has gone from strength to strength. Now, fast forward 20 years or whatever, and my business, like many other hairdressing salons, are struggling to find people that are taking up apprenticeships. And so what we've done is my business partner, Kelly, and I have looked at a fresh new way of attracting new people into the industry, almost based on the gig economy, like Airtasker and Uber. So we focus on attracting young adults, and we do a very fast training. An apprenticeship, as you know, is 3 to 4 years. It's a long time, but what we want to do is give people an opportunity to learn the basic skills to become an assistant in a salon. So it's not an apprentice, and then we can put their profiles online. And salons, when salons are busy, they can go online and book assistants to come and help them in times of need. That's basically the wraparound story. And so it's a startup. We've been running now for about 3 years, and we've gone from strength to strength. And what we're looking to do now is to grow this platform and grow the program, and attract new, young, exciting people into the industry that, like me, didn't know what they wanted to do, and hopefully decide to see a future in it and want to stick with it and become hairdressers.
Tremendous. That's good to hear, Clive. And look, we go back a few years. I've worked with you on another program, and you've helped many people into the industry. I'm very interested to hear that, you were an unlikely hairdresser, not a typical candidate for that industry. So look, some of the people we'll be representing have never thought about hairdressing as a career, as a job. And some of the people have difficulty with, long, arduous, difficult periods of study. If you had time for 1, 2, 3, 4 years of study, you'd probably be in a whole different industry. Can you tell us what's involved in terms of the training, and what's the benefit of any short training you do?
Sure. So the training program is very, very fast. In fact, our industry, some of our industry leaders actually now send their apprentices over to us for their initial training. Wow. They're like, wow, how do you do it so quick? But what we basically do is we teach people or guide people into what it takes to become a successful salon assistant. So it's 2 days, broken into 2 parts. 2 days, which is in an academy style setting, which is replicating a live salon, where we actually teach people what to look like, how to clean a station, how to shampoo hair, how to take off a color, the basic things, how to make a coffee. We give them a basic insight overview of what the skills that they're going to require. And then what we do is we have a network of salons throughout Sydney, where we will then place them for an additional 2 days, either 1 day with us or 1 day with 2 different salons. And they get that, we call it mentoring. It's a mentor program. So they do 2 days in the classroom environment, where we actually work with mannequins and teaching people the art of shampooing and how to become a successful assistant. And then the other 2 days is really honing their skills. Once that they've, and this is a great opportunity for the salons to give the candidates a rating and review, just like you get on Uber. So some people are like, so no one's going to book anyone without a review. Same as booking a restaurant.
Tremendous.
And so this enables the salons, when they're looking for people to give them a hand in times of need, they can go on and then we can manage that process of placing them into the salon.
Fantastic. So the big benefit is flexibility, good training, and speed into employment. Would I be right in saying
Correct.
that?
And also it gives the candidates great flexibility. Like no set shifts. They choose when they want to work, right?
Terrific.
So you can, if you're at university, you can work around your schedule. If you're a single mum, which is a great person to have in our team, because it's times when the salons are busy in the evening or on Saturdays or Sundays. Yeah. Sorry, we've got a plane over right now.
That's okay.
But yeah, so it's really the same as that. Uber Eats, Driver, Air Tasker model. It's you just choose when you want to work.
Tremendous. And you've mentioned people who have kind of parent responsibilities and how you can work with those guys and be flexible. What about people who speak English as a second language, the culturally diverse community? What's your suggestion there?
It's interesting. When we first started this program, it started by default. We actually put the old-fashioned way of putting a sign in the window of our salon in Potts Point, King's Cross, which is actually a high backpacker area. Initially, we had a massive influx of people from overseas, from mainly Latin America, Nepal, India, that were looking to find part-time work. And it's not. We've found that a lot of people that come in from different countries, the ones we mainly work with are here to study, and so they've got a basic level of English. One of the things that we've found is the key success to this, and that's we need to have an open line of communication with the salon owners. Right? We just place people in there and say, look, these people just, we let them know. Okay, they've come from XYZ. English is not the first language. You need to slow it down, but they would be an amazing asset to your business and really help you. What we're looking to do is raise salons' profitability and productivity by having those pair of hands, and they're really seen as a godsend when they come into the business.
Excellent. So there's no great obstacle to people from other countries, basically. And I think I've heard this before from you, that people from other countries are typically lovely people, friendly, good customer service skills, and that's the key, isn't it? You don't need to be particularly great at writing or very articulate with your words. You just need to be a nice person who's willing to cooperate and to do your job properly. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, it's got a friendly smile is really all you need, and to be approachable. You tell from this recording that I'm not that articulate either. You know what I mean?
Well, a smile is universal in any language, so I don't think that should be an issue, the language factor. One more question for you. So locations, a lot of the people we represent are in Sydney Southwest, and we also have job seekers in greater Western Sydney. Where are the salons? What kind of commute would be involved location-wise?
What we try and do is place people in their local community. We've got assistants from Hornsby, Warringah down to the Shire, Wollongong. We've even got them as far north as Brisbane.
Tremendous. So Liverpool, Campbelltown, Fairfield, places like that.
Anywhere where there's a hair salon, there's going to be someone. There'll be a salon owner that needs an extra pair of hands. And
tremendous.
Without sort of going too deep into this, but a lot of salons are small teams. They're 2 to 3 people. Their productivity, their turnover depends on how much they actually produce, as in doing hair. Yeah. So if you've got someone that can assist you with washing the cups and sweeping the floor and washing the clients and even cleaning the retail shelves, then that's giving the salon owner or the stylist more time to focus on what actually generates the revenue. So actually, anyone that comes into those businesses is seen to be almost like a dialing angel, really.
Yeah, tremendous. And there is a career path if you want to be a stylist or if you want to specialize in beauty. I mean, you've had an amazing career. Haven't you worked in Hollywood with the great and good of the celebrity world? Yeah,
I mean, I found out from friends of mine at school that they were working as apprentice hairdressers, and in the UK you get tips. And I entered into the world of hairdressing primarily as a way as a financial gain. The more shampoos I did, the more tips I was going to get. So in hospitality, that kind of way. And it was only by default of luckily ending up in a very reputable global brand in London that they opened my eyes to the world of hairdressing, and that's when I decided, wow, this is something that I could really see myself getting involved in. Not even really wanting to become a hairdresser initially. It was
well, that's an important point. I know it's a traditional idea, the stigma that it's a female, it's a women's occupation, but I don't think that's true. What's your experience with what kind of people would be good at this job?
I mean, anybody that's willing to. I mean, I would make this point, and that is that, like, even my own kid, right? My eldest daughter, she helped us out in the salon, and it just wasn't for her because she just didn't physically like to touch people. Like, massaging a stranger's head to her was just weird. Right? So I think as long as you're open to, almost like, think of it as in being hospitality, front of house, you're greeting people. But, there is that human touch element, I'm not going to lie, where you actually have to physically touch people and put a gown on or wash their hair, whatever it may be.
It's a people job,
but it's, it's often said that hairdressers are very happy in what they do because there's great music. It's usually, whatever cultural background you come from, whether you're left of center, whatever it may be, you will fit in the hairdressing world because we are all different shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? If you want to be slightly different, then hairdressing is definitely an opportunity for you.
Well, that's music to my ears. It's an inclusive world, which is great. There are opportunities in Sydney Southwest. There are opportunities in Sydney West. Like Clive said, anywhere where there's a hair salon, you can develop skills through Piloroo. Final message. What is the takeaway? What key message would you share with employment service providers or job seekers about this industry? In a nutshell, if people had never thought about it before, what would you say to those people?
Well, I mean, that's a big question, but
you probably answered it already. But look, you've had a fun time. It's a fun industry. It's not like a boring office job or lifting heavy weights in a warehouse.
I quite often talk about this, and I say the hospitality industry is our biggest competitor, really. In one respect, that is that you often get people that go into hospitality to become a glass washer or kitchen hand or whatever, just purely to earn money, right? And so I'm at uni, I'm going to get a job in the local whatever. And then it opens a whole new world to you, that there's a maitre d', there's a front of house, there's I want to become a head chef, I want to become this. And I see so many stories of people that are at university that drop out to become a sommelier or whatever it may be. So this problem of attracting young people into the hairdressing industry is not a new problem. It's been going on for years. It's been on the rapid decline since the 80s.
Oh, right.
Just doing the same thing and accepting a different result is crazy. So we've got to look at this with fresh new eyes, and that's what we've done.
So this is unique.
And we've taken that model of what the attraction of the hospitality industry has in really great venues.
Got you.
Do the same thing within the hairdressing industry.
No, it's a good answer. So look, it opens the door to a world of many other opportunities. Like you're developing customer relationship skills, you're developing teamwork skills, you're developing creativity. Look, this sounds like a really fun environment. And for any employment service providers or any job seekers watching this, I'd repeat the message: the industry of hairdressing and barbering needs you. And there'll be a place for you, and it will be a great experience. Thank you so much, Clive, for your time.
A pleasure, and it's great to see you again. And thank you. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Good man.
Thank you very much.